Okay, we're going to use Google Sheets, which is free online, to run some descriptive statistics for us. So what I've done is I've just kind of made up a whole bunch of test grades right here, and I've typed out a few things like the mean, the median, the mode, quartile 1, quartile 3, the interquartile range, and the standard deviation. And I'm going to show you how to find these using Google Sheets. So the neat thing about formulas is that whenever you set up a formula, you're able to change your actual data. So the numerical data, if that changes, then your formula will change with it. So that's kind of neat. If you want your Google Sheet to do anything, you're going to have to tell it to equal something. So that's kind of the universal symbol of, hey, I want you to do something with this data. So mean in Google Sheets would be the average. So start typing the word average, and it's going to show up right here. So click on that, and every time you use any kind of word formula, it's going to start with an open parentheses. So if you top it out, you're going to have to put open parentheses and then give it your data set. So the data set's going to start up here at cell A2. So each cell is named for the column and the row. So 100, that's my starting cell, and then I want to click and hold. I'm going to drag all the way down to my last cell, and you notice there's your first cell, and then it's got a little colon there, and then the last cell. You can go ahead and close the parentheses. I don't think Google Sheets is going to make you do that, but I do it anyway. So I'm going to hit enter, and there you have it. Now if you want something more specific, if you want to add decimal places, you can click on that. If you want to take away, click on this icon. All right, let's do median. So I want it to do something with the data, so I'm going to hit equals and then start typing in median, and there it is. There's my open parentheses, click and hold. So the median is 88. So the median is right in the middle of the data. I want you to take a second and look at the median and the mean and notice that they are almost the same. That typically means that your data is symmetric and normally distributed. Okay, so the mode would be what occurs more often. This does have a limitation though. It's only going to give you one mode, and it is possible to have more than one mode. Okay, so it says 97, and yeah, I actually apparently have a couple of 97s in there. Just means it's probably nothing else occurred twice. All right, quartile 1. This is a little bit more complicated. So you hit equals, and then you're going to start typing in quartile, and there's lots of different options here. So that's the one you want. Select your data like normal. Don't hit enter, because you have quartile 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So I just want quartile 1. Click comma 1. So that's going to tell the computer I want the first quartile, 81.75. Okay. Third quartile is going to be exactly the same, except for I'm going to put comma 3 for the third quartile. IQR, there's no easy word formula for this, so you're going to have to tell it to do exactly what the formula says to do. The formula says take your Q3, so whatever cell your Q3 is in, click on that, and then you're going to subtract Q1. So this is my Q1 cell, and if these numbers change, that means this will automatically change as well. So I'm going to hit enter, and there you go, interquartile range. Standard deviation, just type in ST. If you type in STA, you're going to lose it. So standard deviation's right here. Click and hold your data set. There we go. All right, so now what we want to do is create a histogram for this data. You don't have to select test grade. I'm going to select it just because I want it to kind of autofill. So we're going to click insert and chart. So it's really important for you to select the data first, then you click insert and then chart. And I don't know what it's going to pop up. Okay, so apparently it pops up a column chart. I don't want a column chart. I actually want a histogram. So go to your chart type and scroll to the bottom. And as you can see, you've got tons of options right here. So I'm going to scroll to the bottom, and this is where your histogram is. We're going to click that. And there we go. So right now it's kind of big. I'm gonna just resize it. There's all sorts of things that you can do. You can click on it, you can drag it, you can rename all these things. Most of the things that you're gonna want to be interested in is customization, not the setup. So I wanna click customize. As you can see, it's already got my test title in here. I think you can just click on that, and I'm gonna put fake class grades. As you can see, it has my little label here for the test grade, which is perfect. That's what I wanted it to be. Your x-axis is just your frequency. So the next thing I want you to do is click on histogram, and let's talk about bucket size. So bucket size is basically how wide these columns are. It looks like we're going from 91 to 98, so that's 7. That's kind of an odd amount. Just kind of play around with it depending on your data. These are grades, so I'm going to try 5 and see what that looks like. And wow, that actually looks really symmetric. It looks like a normal spread, which is exactly what these two numbers kind of told me it was going to look like anyway. So that's pretty awesome. And I mean, that's pretty much it for your histogram. You can just kind of play with it a little bit, your title. You can change the theme. You can change the colors. It's kind of cool. I don't have a horizontal axis right now. So you can change the slant of your labels. But pretty much right now, if you want to do anything more advanced, I'm probably going to have to YouTube it. So this will get you through that third assignment in class today.